Hello and welcome to FiveJay Gaming. I'm FiveJay, and today we're going to continue playing Metroid Samus Returns on 3DS. Now, last time the stream stopped in the middle, and I had to split it into another stream. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen this time. That sort of thing is extremely rare, so let's cross our fingers on that one. But, as usual, while the stream is loading, I have it in low... Oh, yes, low brightness. And now, I'm cranking that baby. Looking good. Okay, so this is my file down here. Looks like I'm pretty close to where I was in my other file as far as how many Metroids are left. I only have 3 more left here than there. I'm not sure what all of those EAM symbols are for. Maybe I got maximum energy tanks, and I'm not sure. Oh, you know what? I think those are reserve tanks that you get from scanning Amiibo. Ah, yes, I remember that now. Okay. Well, I guess I had a special advantage on that file, and I still never finished it. So, we're definitely finishing this one, though. Not today. But we're finishing it. Let's see, we got a few people in the chat already. We got Parker, Chelsea, Be Righteous, Dark Samus. Thanks for coming, guys. Looks like Dark Samus is taking off, though, so hi and bye. Good to see ya. Hope you're doing okay. Alright. Oh, yes. We had just gotten the gravity suit. Oh, so sweet. I was so excited. I'm playing like garbage now. Gotta get revenge. Wait, which one is it? It's X button. Okay. Get some real revenge now, because I messed it up. Alright, so let's see. We do have a new beam, so I wonder if this little secret area here suddenly is feasible. Come on. No. It's definitely not the green missile, so that's not it. Okay. Otherwise, on the map, we're looking at... Oh, I think there was a brand new area that we had unlocked, but we hadn't gone to yet. Or, no, we had gone to it. We just need to hit the teleporter. Yes, I'm remembering. Now I see. There's a teleporter here. That's going to get us to where we were again. Okay. All is right with the world. Really hope I took that guy out. There we go. Oh, wait, I can jump normally in water now, right? Sweet. Oh, still not high enough. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Yeah, we've hardly put this suit to use yet. Is it bad that I'm curious about that little area there, seeing if there's a secret? Yes, it is. J.E., what up, man? He says, FiveJay, which Nintendo system should I get? Next, I have an NES Classic and an SNES Classic. Should I buy a 2DS XL or a Switch? Those are both good choices. Obviously, the 2DS is going to be cheaper, and there are tons and tons of great games on 3DS and 2DS. But there is also the very live and active Switch where all the latest and greatest is happening. So, I mean, it's a tough choice. That is a tough choice. I mean, if you get a Switch, then it's a home console and it's a portable. You know? So, I think I'm going to have to say, personally, get the Switch. And then backfill the 3DS/2DS later. Parker says, I like your outfit, Jay. Oh, thank you. Hey, Joe's here. What's up, Joe? Says, yo. Yo, Joe. How it go? My friend Joseph there. Let's see. Joe, perhaps afterwards we can... after the stream, we can talk and such. Maybe play a little game. Like Saw. I like to play a game. Okay, maybe not that type of game, but... Okay, we need to get how many Metroids? 7. And it looks like up in this area is where all the new junk is. So, upwards we go. Ah! You got me. Ah! Didn't see that little bugger. How dare they? Something's been stuck in my teeth. It's bothering me. Don't you hate that? Like a popcorn kernel or something? Just the worst. Alright, little spiky guy. You're mine! I think in this area we end up needing the super speed. Oh. I guess not right now. Joe says, sure. Hit me up. Will do. I'll hit you up. That was a weird phrase to me. Man, that suit is cool. Anytime it zooms in on this suit. Oh, just fly. Ah, well, speaking of using your super slowdown abilities. There we go. Gotcha. Off to the left. What's over here? Nothing yet. Gotta get our way there from the back. Oh, it's gonna zoom in. Are you ready? Oh, yeah. Ooh, looks good. It's gonna zoom way in now. Oh. Man, I love like bloom lighting in games where everything looks like it's glowing. So that's why I really loved Metroid Prime 3. There is no glowier game in the Metroidverse than Metroid Prime 3. Everything is just aglow all the time. Did I actually kill that guy? Sweet! This beam can kill those really annoying guys. Thank goodness. I really hated them. Hey. They can do it too, huh? Gotta protect myself. Oh, another save. That's fine. Man, this game looks so good with the 3D on. I know I say it a lot, but it's just so true. Oh, sweet. Well, this is exactly that door we were trying to get to now. Just about there already. I just woke up from a nap with Lauren. I don't know, she usually gets tired on the weekends. I'm usually not all that tired, but we were both tired. It's like, well, let's just take a nap. So I'm not super hungry, and we just got these protein shakes. So trying these babies out as usually I'm not very hungry for breakfast in the mornings, so I'm going to try these out as my breakfast replacement. It's not bad. Protein shakes usually aren't all that tasty, but it's not bad. Leave me alone. I mean, that looks like a place where something would hide, doesn't it? But actually, somehow no, is the answer. Oh, I can kill those fire things now? Oh, this is just getting better and better. Alright, now we've activated another teleport station. Handy, handy. Okay, I was just checking if that was something we could get after all. It was not. It was not. Now I can destroy those. Is that the spazer? Is that what the... I forget what this beam was. No, the plasma beam. Plasma beam has been wonderful. Aha! There's that Metroid egg. We know we got some action coming up then. Ooh, what have we here? Well, this is an area we've seen. Okay. Ah, we'll have to move that block before that's open. Joe says, I don't really eat food before noon anymore. I know, isn't that crazy? Like, I used to just be like ravenously hungry in the mornings all the time, and now it's like, meh, I don't really care. I'm not very hungry. Why force myself to take in calories that I don't desire? If I'm not actively thinking, oh, I really need to eat, then there's really no point in eating those calories. Jay says, I don't know if you read this in the previous stream or not, but I said, I think it's impossible to stream on a Game Boy Micro, isn't it? Yeah, so the Game Boy Micro itself has no means to stream, but a Game Boy Advance, I have a couple of different ways that I could stream Game Boy Advance. There's the Retron 5, and the Retron 5 is something from Hyperkin. That has the ability to do Game Boy Advance games, so I could do that. I could do a Game Boy Player on GameCube, and that does advanced games, and I think even Game Boy and Game Boy Color games. But for sure advanced games. But I would need a disc for the Game Boy Player. And then last, there's this peripheral that you can put on your Super Nintendo so that it actually plays Game Boy Advance games. Well, I have that analog Super NT over there, and that, I could put that adapter on that, and then suddenly I can play Game Boy Advance games on my Super NT. So, I don't know, though, if it would continue to do the upscaling that the NT does, the Super NT does, because it's not clear to me exactly how that adapter works. That adapter might be like an emulator in and of itself. I don't know. And if that's the case, then I think the video output would be coming from the adapter and not truthfully from the analog Super NT. So I don't think it would be 1080p if that was the case. Whereas the Super NT is 1080p. Works for Game Boy original games, though. I'm getting ready for a fight in this room. And if it's a Metroid, then we're going to want Ice Beam. Parker says, you take naps, Jay. That's nice. I always wake up at 3 a.m. and don't sleep until 12 at night. You sleep 3 hours a night every single night? I mean, there were definitely nights where I would do that sort of thing, like, all the time. But then usually on the weekend, I would sleep, like, 14 hours to make up for it, you know, or more. And in college, there was a week where I literally did not sleep at all. I was too busy, so I had to drop a class to make room. But it was miserable. It was miserable. Being tired is the worst, especially if you need to drive anywhere. It's just not safe. So I can't be too tired or it's dangerous, honestly. So, Dead Gaming 240's here. What's up, Dead Gaming? Says first. Well, first on Twitch. Thanks for coming, dude. Good to see you. Oh, that's a big baddie, isn't it? So we've got super missiles now. Wow, that guy really wants me dead. Here she comes. I knew you'd light that platform on fire. I knew it. Wait. I totally hit you with this ice blast. Ah, how dare you. Man, sometimes ice blast, I guess, just isn't effective. But if it's not frozen, then I can't do that sweet counter technique. When you jump up and just start jamming missiles down its throat. That's awesome. There we go. Super missiles were plenty. Hey, I wasn't standing there when I defeated that thing. Jay says, do you like how small the Game Boy Micro is, FiveJay? When you play with it in public, it doesn't even look like you're playing with a video game device. I love the Game Boy Micro. I think that thing is so cool. Yeah, it's not the most comfortable, but it's not bad considering how small it is. It's surprisingly comfortable. It also has the best screen of any of the Game Boys. It's got 5 different brightness levels, and actually the higher resolution on a smaller size really makes the graphics really extremely crisp on Game Boy Advance. So it looks really nice. If there's a lot of text, okay, maybe it might be a little bit hard to read, but it's not bad, but it just looks so crisp and beautiful. And the fact it's got the headphone jack. I have this like hard shell case with like a soft rubber liner. It is the perfect case. It is completely protected in there, and it's amazing. I love the face plates that you could swap out. Yes, I love the Micro. I don't think it's the best Game Boy ever made, but it's the most portable gaming, official console out there, and it's so good. It's just so solid. Having that rechargeable battery too, like the SP, because the Game Boy Advance did not have rechargeable batteries, and the SP did, but the original SP had that terrible backlight or front light, and then there was that great backlight model, but there's not as many of those out there as there are the front light models, and not quite as portable, though and even that isn't all that comfortable either, because it's that weird like square design, like the folding laptop design. Just get past you there. But anyways, I love all the models of the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance. But the Micro is definitely one that I think a lot of people don't appreciate as much as they should. Looks like there might be a little... Oh, yeah, that's right. I can't go in there yet. I don't think Spazer... Yeah, that doesn't help. Get me back up there. Dead Gaming has now jumped over to YouTube. Hey, dude. Says, been a long time since I've watched. Yeah, well, thanks for coming back. Appreciate that. Marcus says, pretty much sometimes I'm lucky and I wake up at 5 or 7. What do you mean lucky? You make it sound like it's impossible for you to sleep. You have insomnia? Jay says, it is the last Game Boy device they ever made, though. That is the tragedy. They swore at the time, though, that the Game Boy was going to live on, that the DS was only the third pillar in the Nintendo console pantheon. It was going to be GameCube and Game Boy Advance and DS, and they would all live together happily, and that was such a lie. That was the end, and they knew it was the end. Actually, I bet there probably was a backup plan if the DS wasn't successful. I'm sure they would have scrapped it and went back to Game Boy. But they wanted to get rid of the, gender-specific branding of their machine, which makes sense. They don't want to make it feel like, oh, this gaming device isn't for girls. It's only for boys. So, I get why they would want to change the branding, but I would love to see another, something not necessarily Game Boy line, but something that they create that gives homage to Game Boy. Another device that maybe has sort of a sleek look that's reminiscent of the Game Boy and is another portable device. I'm actually very much of the opinion that they should make another 3DS, because the 3D is something that no other console has, and it just adds a level of immersion that other games just don't have. I guess there were two ways to skin that cat, because I also could have used the grapple there, I now realize. Parker says, I used to have insomnia, now my phone just spams alarms at me. What does that mean? Because I'm pretty sure if it's on your phone, you can configure it completely and entirely, and there's no reason that it has to do that. Unless you, have to take medications every hour or something. Okay, this is just a big room of death. Does this mean I'm going to get upgrades soon that allows me to deal with these things at long last? I really hope so. Yes, I see it there. Oh, this is not... Wait, actually it's not bad, because I think this suit allows me to deal with the lava now. It does. Thank goodness. Gotcha. Right, what am I doing? Spin missiles. Oh, that was my chance. That was my chance, man. Well, you missed it. Yeah, fired up version there, not gonna work for me. I want to hit the air again. Wouldn't mind that. I like how he sets the lava on fire. That makes a lot of sense. Don't worry about it. Whoa! Turn around. Gotcha. I let him hit me too many times there. I should not have let so many hits go through. Parker says, wait, I can do that? Yeah, I'm pretty sure if it's an alert or alarm, you can turn it off. Or you can have it in like a nighttime mode where it's like silent while you're sleeping. Like, yeah, of course you can configure alarms. Totally, man. Nobody wants to be woken up by their phone 24/7. Nobody. Dead Gaming says, remember the hacked NES stream on Game Over Jesse's channel that I came from? Probably not this specific one. I think I did a few of them, but yeah. I love playing that NES Classic with all those extra games on it. Really cool little system, man. Really cool. J.E. says, Nintendo Switch is the end of the Nintendo 3DS family systems, though. The Switch is just going to get smaller and cheaper and more compact. When that happens, the 3DS is dead. Well, there's no question that the 3DS itself is dead, but I don't know about the line of systems. Nintendo has always had two systems supporting it, and I think that they're going to have to continue that, because if they rely too heavily on one thing, they could be in trouble. Like, when the Switch first came out, the 3DS was still making the bulk of the profits for Nintendo. So it was really good that they didn't give up on the 3DS yet, because it was still really important to the business. Now the Switch is doing like 95% of all Nintendo's profits across their mobile games, too. And some of those games do bring in, you know, good money still, after multiple years of being on the market. It's kind of impressive how much they do still bring in, but still, Nintendo Switch is making all of their money. So if something happens and the popularity of Nintendo Switch is jeopardized, not having any sort of backup plan is really dangerous for them. So we'll see. I think it's very possible we'll see another Nintendo system. And it's probably going to be a portable. That, or we're going to see a console-only system, which would be interesting. But I think Nintendo's strength is in their portables, so I think we're going to continue to see lots of portable devices. Oh, that's right. That little thing allows me, makes it so I can't use Eon. So I forgot about that. Parker says, Jay, I'm trying to get this character on the Binding of Isaac called The Forgotten. Sweet. What's the Forgotten's ability? Do you know? Yeah, I gotta get rid of this annoying guy. Okay. There is an upgrade around here we might want to consider. Man, those things are annoying. Right. Oh, looks like it's actually a room above me. Never mind. What? It can invert? Uncool, dude. Okay, where am I going? There's a couple of directions we could go. Including over here, actually. I think I am. But this is right here. I can't resist. I gotta go up. J.E. says, I could see Nintendo having two different kinds of Switches, though. One that connects to the TV and is portable, and one that is playable in handheld mode only. Maybe. Maybe, but that's still kind of one console. You know what I mean? If it plays all the same games. I don't know. I think what we might be more likely to see would be we're going to see revisions, and we might see something along the lines of new 3DS, but for Switch, where it's more powerful and can play, you know, there's some games that are exclusive to it. We might see something like that, or we might see something where it is a TV-only console that is more powerful, or there's a portable-only console that's cheaper. Because Nintendo has also always had massive success in the cheaper space, where they're always the more affordable system. They always do really well. So that's kind of the two different directions I see them going. And if there is a portable-only system, I know there's going to be a mod or a capture card that's going to come out for that system, and then I'll see if I can buy a special version of that console so I can capture the video. Wait, is this one ice themed? Really? Yes. Jump on, super missiles right down the gullet. Gotcha. It was easiest yet. Dead Gang says, not on stream. Did you play the Resident Evil 2 remake? No, I'm on a much tighter gaming budget right now, so I'm not able to buy all the games that I want to. So there's been a lot of games that I've sadly missed out on. Red Dead Redemption 2, God of War, Resident Evil 2 remake looks really good as well. I don't know, it's just big, giant, growing list of games. Normally, I probably also would have bought New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, even though I own it on Wii U. I probably still would have normally bought it on Switch to play it portable and whatnot, but yeah, I've had to forego a lot of purchases I normally would have made. Okay, now we're talking. I see I'm going to need one of these Eon upgrades for this. Oh, for multiple things. Multiple at once there. Perfect. Oh, cruel. That's so cruel. Can I get back up easily? Oh no, that's so mean. How dare they? Very mean. Alright. Oops, I forgot that was still activated. JE says they should make an adapter that allows you to play 3DS games on the Switch. I mean, that'd be cool, but I can't see them doing that, sadly. Like, PSP, Sony said they were going to make an accessory for the PSP where the PSP Go would be able to download or play the disc games through, like, an attachment. Just a little UMD reader. But they never made that. Says we haven't seen something like that since the GameCube era. Oh, I mean, that would be great. It would be amazing. There is that tradition of the Game Boy player and the Super Game Boy on Super Nintendo. That would be amazing, and I would love it. I just don't think it's going to happen, sadly. Especially because the Switch, you know, it doesn't have all the same... I mean, if you have the Joy-Cons attached, and you program it in such a way that the touch screen on the Switch works as the touch screen on the 3DS, but then we're talking about, you know, cramming two screens onto one screen of the Switch. Like, it could maybe work, but boy, it'd be sloppy. That's why I feel like the 3DS line has to continue, because I think that these two-screen games are really great, and I think the 3D aspect is really great, and I would just love to see them continue with that. Imagine if there was a 4DS, or, you know, whatever they want to call it, the 2DS Next or something, and you could play 3DS games, and this, you know, DS Next has the ability to attach to your TV, you know, and display one or both screens, but you still have to play with the system itself. Like, that'd be sweet. Again, I don't know that it's happening, but it would be so sweet. Okay, so that kind of door we cannot open still. Wow, there is a lot left to explore here. Get out of here. Thank goodness for this plasma beam, man. It is so useful. I'm here in a Metroid. We've defeated, oh, looks like 4 out of the 7, so we got 3 to go. Jay says, somebody said we're either getting a new Nintendo Direct on February 13th or 13 days from now. Yeah, you're going to hear those rumors all the time, and the last ones were not true, right? So you never know which ones are reliable and which ones aren't. All I know is if you don't have any expectations, you can't possibly be disappointed, so I'd rather just be surprised than have somebody spoil the secrets and look forward to, or like look forward to something that's just not going to happen. So I'm patient. I'm going to wait and see when Nintendo's ready to show me something. Screw attack? Sweet. Awesome. Tell me all about it. The screw attack emits powerful energy waves during spin jumps, which can be used to damage enemies upon impact. Yes, that's right, it can. Yes, and it can break through walls. Very good. Ah, that's what the blue things are. Gotcha, the blue blocks. I always wondered how I got rid of them. The screw attack. Well, we know a few places, or at least we've been to a few places where we could sure use it. I'm not sure if I remember where they are. We can always find them again. We're close to a Metroid in this area, so he must be below us. See if we can weasel our way over there. Yes, very good. Oh, it's a big dude! Oh snap, what was the tactic for this again? I think super missiles for 1. Let's get that shield going. Super missile. Oh, that's right. If you do it right, you can grab him off the ceiling. Ah! That was a good chance, too. I'm ruining all my good chances. Pull him down. There we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Woo! Nasty. He's close to gone. He's all sorts of red. Couple more missile hits. Oh, that's right. The suit also means you take less damage, which is excellent. Super missile ought to do it. There we go. Oh, he's so much easier now with that better suit and the super missiles. Though the last one we beat, we died once, and the next time he didn't even hit us. Not once. So we got good at that guy. All of our Eon back. J.E. says, so how was your day, FiveJay? Were you walking in a winter wonderland? It was cold today, but thankfully it wasn't snowing. It has been snowing so much lately, but today, no snow. Just cold. So, yeah. I guess in some ways I'd rather have the cold versus the snow, in some ways the other. So I'm not sure which is better or worse, but the roads are pretty nasty when it's really cold because it's too cold even for for salt to melt all the ice. So it just becomes really tough if you don't have like a truck or something with 4-wheel drive. And we don't. Man, just so much stuff. This is a huge game. Ooh, well, what have we here? A super missile door. Always intrigued by such things. Oh. I'm kind of smelling an upgrade, though. We'll see. See if my hunch is correct. Seeing all those red things feels like we could very well see an upgrade right here and now. No? Yes! Oh, it's an energy tank. I was hoping it was the thing that allows us to deal with these red crystals. I don't suppose it's the space jump, is it? No, it's not. We gave it a shot. But there was an upgrade of some sort. There's just one more that we can't get to quite yet. And it makes me sad. I want it. I'm sure it's something good. Though an energy tank is really hard to argue with. It's one of the best things you can possibly pick up. Take that, Swarm. Joe says, it's supposed to snow more. Oh, wonderful. Just wonderful. I've had to use my snowblower more in a week this year than I had to use all of last year. And thank goodness for a snowblower. If you own a house, then you must own a snowblower. Like, that is essential here in Minnesota. You just have to have it. Hey, get up there. There it is. It was there somewhere. Planner's here. What's up, Planner? Welcome, dude. He says, did you give her lots of hugs and make her day, I think you're supposed to say super easy? Yeah, no, she would normally, so Lauren had a bad day today. So this morning, we had family coming over at 9:30. So I knew that I was going to be delaying my first stream of the day. So she wanted to go do all of the shopping that she was going to do before the family came over. So she went to Costco first. She was there at like 7:30 because she looked it up, and that's when it said it opened. Well, it turns out that's when the Costco gas station opens, but not Costco itself. So she wasn't able to get into Costco. So then she went off to Hy-Vee, and she was able to do some shopping. But when she came out, the battery in her car had died from the cold. So then she has to call me and get me out there, but I'm still in bed sleeping, and I haven't let the dog out yet, and it had been, 8, 9, 10 hours since the puppy had gone outside, so I couldn't just leave and help her out right away. I had to take care of the puppy first. So, Lauren had to sit around for an hour before I could, take care of everything and then drive out there and jump her car. And then later today, she wanted me to go to Costco with her, so I did. And when we get back, Layla had gone through the garbage the worst she has ever done. There was so much garbage everywhere. Just everywhere. Massive, massive mess. I was like, man, she could not catch a break today. So many little things are just... getting phone calls about, family members, not feeling so good. Oh, man, it's not a good day for you. So I just spent time hanging out with her and trying to make her feel better. I would like to get in there. Oh, that's that secret that we had to get from the other side. Right. Looks like this is going to fall out from underneath me. No? Oh. Space jump. So I gotta come from underneath. So I see that. We'll find our way up there. Hey, another save. Always save. It's always a good idea. Planner says 5 days left until Valentine's Day. Yes, so we have some, so we're trying to save money, right? So we have gift cards to Cheesecake Factory that we haven't been using, and we added them all up. It's like, we've got $100. Like, we can go out and we can have like a really, really nice dinner at Cheesecake Factory for free. So we're gonna go do that on Valentine's Day, and then the other thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna go to Top Golf. And Top Golf doesn't sound like anything exciting if you're not a fan of golf. And even though I am, Lauren's not. What's cool about it is that Top Golf makes it really fun. They make it a game for one thing, so they got all these lit up things that you're hitting balls at, and it's tracking your points. It has like a full like restaurant and bar service there, so you can just get. And they've got like really nice food. It's not like some microwaved cheeseburger you get from a gas station, you know? No. It's like really nice food that you can get there. So we're excited to just go there and have a nice date night and just have fun. And we've never seen it before, but they're not everywhere. They started out, I think, only in Las Vegas in the US, and now they have just a handful of other locations, one of them being very close to where we live. It's like, wow, that's crazy. I don't know why it came out to the area, but we're really looking forward to it. Okay, no! Go away! I tried to look at the chat for a moment. Leave me alone. Jay says, do you remember when it was so cold in Minnesota, if you walked outside, you'd get frostbite in 5 minutes? I think it was 4 minutes. Man, when I saw the news, I think it said that in 4 minutes you would need medical attention. Like, yes, I do. That was just a week or two ago. It was so recent. So cold. Man, that was cold. We, like, would not go outside. It was like, no, we don't have to. We're not going to. So we chose to be as lazy as possible during that time. But we still had to go out and let out Daisy. Layla, you know, she can take care of herself. We just let her out the door and she'll go out, use her business, and come back. But Daisy is a puppy. We had to take her ourselves. So, having to go out there with her, and sometimes if she didn't want to do her business, because it was too cold, she would be just like, no, let's go inside. And it's like, no, you're going to use the bathroom inside the house, so that's not going to happen. So we had to stay out there as long as it took sometimes, and it was so cold. Oh, cool. Steve Austin's here. What's up, Steve Austin? Welcome, welcome. Pokemon fan also here. Hey, welcome. Joe says, dude, I want to go to Top Golf, right? Oh, I'll let you know how it is. Oh, actually, I have to make my reservation today. I'm glad that we're talking about this. Thanks, guys. I forgot. I have to make a reservation today, or who knows if I'll even be able to get in. But it just sounds like so much fun. It really does. They have their menu online, and there's just so many good-looking things on there. We're gonna go at night too, so everything is all lit up crazy at night. So we're just really, really, really looking forward to it. That was a waste. You're a waste. Something Joe and I say together, or to each other. It's from Tim and Eric. Awesome show. Great job. Planner says, excuse me, have you ever read the book, Jay, called The 5 Languages of Love? It talks about how everyone has a love language in which they interpret love. No, but I've heard people talk about it plenty. So I think I've heard maybe like a sermon's worth of a recap quick, probably. Dang it, I keep doing the same thing. I need to turn slow motion on. I forget how quickly the floor falls out beneath you. Okay. Slow motion on now. There you go. Actually, we can leave it on Super Missile all the time. I don't see anything wrong with that. Once again, slow motion on. Oh! I thought I could take it off at a certain point, and I was wrong. Should have just left it on. IG's here. What's up, IG? Welcome, dude. He says, how are ya? I'm good, man. How you doing? This is the 5 love languages about ways couples communicate emotionally. Yeah. yeah, how like love might feel different to different people, and understanding what feels like love to your partner versus what feels like love to you, and how you might think that you're showing your partner love, but they may not be experiencing it the way that you think that they are, and so they may not feel that they're being loved. It's really cool, and it's, you know, important, because it's true. It's like when they talk about people who learn in different ways, like people who need to read things, or people that need to actually like get their hands on and like practice things or whatnot, you know. Let's see. There's an upgrade where? Looks like right below my feet. I'm gonna spider ball it. Let's see. Actually, I was gonna say right as soon as I did that, that block looks suspicious. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, cool. Nice little detour there. Looking at our map, looks like there's still something to do over in this area. We need 2 more Metroids, so it's not that much more work. Planner says, my love language is physical touch and words of affirmation. And then Planner says, IG is a powerful assassin. I can see it. I can totally see it. Oh, glory be. So IG, I don't know if you've been hearing in some of the streams. I think you've probably missed most of them where I was talking about it. But during February, I want to play a lot more of the games that people donated. So because you've donated so many games, we'll be seeing a lot of those games return to the stream during February. So be on the lookout for a lot more of IG donated games hitting the stream again. I know Planner's looking forward to seeing at least one of the games that he's donated so far streamed again. I wonder which one it is. Well, actually, I am looking forward to like playing so many of these games over again. Like Mutant Year Zero IG, I was really enjoying, and I played it more after I turned off the stream. And I think I played it a little the next day too, and it's a really cool game. So I'm looking forward to playing that one again. No Man's Sky, I was gonna stream that the other day, and things just weren't working out. Looking forward to playing that again. Super Lucky's Tale, you know, lots of great games. So thanks for the donations, man. Looking forward to streaming those again. Planet says because of IG-88. Ah, yes, the robotic bounty hunter. Actually, what I love that we discovered during Star Fox Zero is that Pigma from Star Fox, his last name is Dengar. I was like, what? You have the same name as the worst and most infamous toilet paper bounty hunter ever. It was just hilarious to me. Well, I think I'm gonna fight a Metroid. Just a hunch. Just a wee bit of a hunch there. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. Hey, don't run away. Don't be like that. I like how they can set lava on fire. Makes a lot of sense. Also, if I can resist straight lava now, how can those fire attacks hurt me? Like, they shouldn't be able to. I'm clearly much stronger than that. Stop dropping those. That is extremely annoying. I'm gonna fire you. There we go. I knew I just needed one more super missile to the face. Planner says Samus' movement fluidity in this game reminds me a lot of her mobility feeling in Fusion. Yes, I love what they're doing with Samus. The more modern the Metroid game, the more they just make her mobile and acrobatic, and it's just awesome. It's just awesome. So I can't wait to see where they're going to continue to go with the series and how amazing it's going to be to have Samus flipping and flying around levels. Just so great. Alright, we only need one more Metroid. Incredibly. Ah. Ah. Okay, we've seen all this. Ah. There he is. They all pile up on you like that. It's hard to take them all out at once. I do want to take these guys out again because they're going to give me lots of health. Just the one? Fine, just the one. I think there's one more right here. It's got to be. There we are. Okay. Yeah, again, there was that one upgrade that we couldn't quite get. Map. Okay, there's a door down there we can go to. Jay says there's this Batman documentary called Batman Unmasked, the Psychology of the Dark Knight. And I came... Oh, no! I forgot I didn't have the cap on this chocolate shake, and I just threw chocolate shake everywhere, including on my phone. Rats. Checking to make sure it didn't go in any outlets, so I'm not going to electrocute myself. Looks like we're good. I throw it on any walls? Not really. Got to get this phone out of the case immediately, though. Ugh. Why would I put that back in there without the cap? That's so stupid. It's a shake. You have to shake it. Gross. Hopefully most of it went in the carpet. Oh, good. It's drying sticky on my hands. Ooh, I love that sticky feeling. Ugh. I may get up briefly to go wash my sticky hands. Oh, fun. What was I reading? And it came out the summer The Dark Knight came out. Maybe you've heard of it, maybe you haven't. Maybe I heard of it at the time, but I've since forgotten about it. Not exactly sure. Planner says, no, Jay, you misunderstand. In Fusion, Samus was not very agile in terms of movement and fluidity. The most agile she ever was in Zero Mission and Other M. No. She was a little bit more agile and fluid compared to the oldest of the Metroid games. Like, they've been adding... Wow, even my phone is sticky. They've been adding a little bit more mobility every game. So Samus was a little bit more fluid and more agile in Fusion. Was that the first time she could grab ledges? I can't remember what it was. And then in Zero Mission, she was crazy agile and fluid. And here, again, very agile, in my opinion at least. Flying around, grabbing ledges, doing all these acrobatic finishing kills, which I guess is sort of from Other M in that instance. The counter, you know, just adding more and more ways to make Samus just awesome. Planner says, Jay, I'm sorry you spilled your poo drink. Lel. It is brown. It is chocolate. Yes, I am going to go wash my hands, so just give me 1 second there. Okay. What? I'm confused. What is this control? Gotcha. All right. 1 second. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, so pro tip, don't shake a shake without the cap on. Now you know. Now we all know. Okay. IG says, what are you doing next stream? I would give Planner a chance for us to enjoy. I really like his game choice. I mean, yeah, that's true, but there's like 50 games donated by you, and there's like 4 games donated by other people. So I got to make sure that I'm streaming lots of IG games and mixing in the other people as well, so that it's not all you know, 20 games in a row. So next one that I'm going to stream from a viewer is probably going to be yours. Planner says, yeah, Jay, Fusion was the first time Samus could grab ledges. Yeah, so that's what I mean. Like, it's not suddenly she's crazy agile, but it's like, what if Samus could now do this sort of thing? And they add one little thing, and it changes how Samus feels. Like, oh, Samus can grab ledges. Wow, that's great. You know, that changes how the game can be played. Really does give her more abilities. Maybe she's not, like, fast in that game, but being able to grab ledges was amazing. It added a lot, honestly. So that's kind of what I mean. Like, maybe she's faster in Zero Mission. I don't remember the speed of the character very much, but I remember in addition to, I forgot what else they added, but I think there was like ladders, or there was some sort of climbing mechanic, wasn't there, in Zero Mission? Like, there were other things that they added that Samus could suddenly do. Planner says Subnautica is a great game. It is a great game. It totally is. But it's basically No Man's Sky underwater. So I'm actually looking forward to playing both of those games. I was really enjoying at least today's No Man's Sky. I don't know about, you know, the launch No Man's Sky. Okay, there's a door down there that I think is guarded by an alien that I think that we can now access. So I'm going down. I don't think I really need that energy recharger. We might as well save as long as we're right here. Yeah, but so Planner donated Subnautica and also donated the Stanley Parable. And it sounds... So what was it? The Stanley Parable is what, coming to Nintendo Switch? And I think that was what it was, right? And they're adding like all sorts of new endings and stuff. So it's like an enhanced port. It's like, yay, you know, you love this game, cool, it's coming. But if you've already played the game, we're also adding a bunch of new content that was never there before. So that old players are also going to be enticed to come back and see what new things have come up since they last played. But there's no question, I have not seen all of the endings in the current Stanley Parable, so playing the original will be a plenty new experience. Can I destroy that thing now? Yes, I can. Good, thanks, Plasma. That's it, that's the door. Oh, and we are on the trail of the final Metroid for this gate. Planner says, Jay, when I say agile, I mean like her run speed and how quickly she moves her limbs. Gotcha. If you compare her movement animations in Zero Mission to Fusion, she is much more frantic in Zero Mission. Yeah, I believe that. I would definitely believe that. I remember I would definitely remember feeling that she was at her most mobile and agile in Zero Mission. That is still the peak of the 2D Metroid games. I like this one because it has almost like a Prime type feel to it, because it's so beam heavy. There's a bajillion beams in this one, and I love it. And the different little superpowers that you get, essentially, like it's a great game. There was mixed feelings about this game from people. It seems like, which is too bad. Around the same time also came out SteamWorld Dig 2, and a lot of people were saying, well, that's a better Metroidvania than this game. And yes and no. That's a great game, and I would never say you shouldn't buy it, but they're very, very different experiences. And while, yeah, maybe it's the pacing is more fluid and throughout the game in... oh, you need a missile. How am I going to get that? From here? Oh, yes. I know how I'm going to get it. Slow down time. Gotcha. Anyway, maybe the pacing is a little bit more fluid throughout SteamWorld Dig 2, but they're such different games. That's not a very combat-focused game. There is combat, there are boss fights, and I do enjoy those boss fights. But compared to this game, which is very combat-focused, I think that I still prefer this game. And it seems to be a much longer game, too. SteamWorld Dig games are very short, but I love them. They're great. IG says, so what game? Is it Mutant Year Zero? I mean, I haven't decided yet, but it could be. It very well could be. Barker says, did someone say Stanley Parable? Yes, indeed. And there's Potato Lopez. What's up, dude? Planner says she also jumps much quicker in Zero Mission than Fusion. Fusion and Super had her quite floaty when she jumped, and Zero Mission took that away. Returns seems to have brought that floatiness back. Well, she got more floatiness back when she started being able to do, like, space jump, you know? Potato, the screen is small because it's 3DS and you're seeing both screens. So I could stream it with just one screen, but then you can't see what's going on with the map. And in Metroid games, the map is extremely important, so I had a lot of people complaining that they couldn't see the bottom map. So putting two screens together on a single stream is very hard. I can either do it vertically, and then I have troubles fitting all the other things like the alerts and everything in there, or horizontally. So I could try vertically sometime, but yeah, this is the way that so far has been successful, and this is the first complaint I've had, so hopefully it's not a big deal. Okay, finally finished dinner. Alright, this is the last Metroid we need to unlock another area, so let's put our shield on, get some ice beam out, and... How dare you spit that at me. Oh, waste. What a waste. Yeah, and you're gonna sit there and spit those fireballs. Okay. Really? Oh, I hit the wrong button. I charged at him to try and get my counter in, but I hit A instead of X. Why? That would have been the perfect time. Come on, get him. Great. Now load him up. Super missile, super missile, super missile. This guy's almost dead. Yeah, see? I knew it. Just a few more missiles. Perfect. Potato says, what are you going to play tomorrow? I have not decided that yet. So, something. It'll be there. It'll happen. Planner says, tomorrow's game is J-Troid Prime 5. I mean, I'd be honored to have any games named after me made for the stream. Somebody really good at making games, they want to hack me into a game. Turn your shield on. Okay, well there was nothing of value down there. I thought there might have been. There was not. Okay, great. We are ready to explore a new area. I think at this point, I'm now farther in this file than my original attempt to beat this game. I think there's only going to be like... See, I probably had like... I think there's only like 4 Metroids left. Like, there's not a lot left of this game anymore. There's probably only one stream left of this game. What do you think, Craig? You've beaten this before. Okay, it says 6, so I have 6 Metroids left. That's maybe 1 or 2 areas. So what do you think, Craig? Is it 1 more stream? Is it 2 more streams? Normally I do an hour and a half per stream, but maybe if I did 2 hours, maybe I could knock it out. Down there. Okay, so we definitely want to use the teleporter. J.E. says, FiveJay, do you own the Nintendo DS game Final Fantasy The Four Heroes of Light? I might send it to you if you don't have it. I don't. Let's see. On DS, I have Final Fantasy III, which was the first time ever that the real, actual Final Fantasy III arrived in America. Most people probably already know, but for the few that probably that might not, Final Fantasy III in America was actually Final Fantasy VI in Japan. So they had brought to America Final Fantasy 1, 4, and 6. They skipped 2, 3, and 5. So the first time we ever got Final Fantasy 3 was when it came to the DS in a remade 3D form. And even though it seemed a little bit, weird, and the graphics were a little bit on the weird side, but it was still a really great version of the game, and I really enjoyed playing it. I think I also have Final Fantasy IV, which was also remade in that same 3D engine, and I think has since been ported to other systems, at least mobile, under that same engine. And do I have any other Final Fantasy games on DS? I don't think so. I think those are the only two Final Fantasy proper games that I have. I've got some Dragon Quest games. I've got a couple of Kingdom Hearts games, but yeah, I don't have any. I don't have the Four Heroes of Light. Potato says, have you played Realm Royale? I haven't, but I heard that's high res, right? So it's like the same characters from Paladins. That's really cool. It's not on Switch, so, Planet says, Jay, this is all your fault. I am a clean bee. I took a shower and now I am fat and need exercise. I realize those two things are unrelated. You're a strange man, Planner. He says, I'm a foreign Malaysia, Dr. Octogonopus, blarg. You're in a weird mood, Planner. Well, I love it. I think we're going this way. I like now that I can just rip through those guys. Oh, wait. How do I get over there? Must be a door. Down here. Get that guy off my back. Over this way. There we go. Oh! Thought I was going to fall in the poison there for a moment. Don't care about those guys no more. Sure, why not? We'll save 17 times. Doesn't bother me. We keep getting to look at that suit up close, which is awesome. I love all the, stripes almost that they added to it. Really cool. This is probably my favorite version of the gravity suit so far. There's, I think, 2 or 3 different versions of it. Probably 4 if you count this game twice, the original version and this version. Mr. Potato says on PS4. If it's on PS4, then there's a chance that I might play it. Because I do have PS4. On the other hand, my PS4's hard drive is full, and I hate deleting stuff. Because a lot of the stuff that's on there that takes up the most space is the stuff I actually do want to play again. It's like, no, wait, I don't want to delete that. And then I have a bunch of indie games, and they take up no space. So I could delete 100 indie games and not delete enough to make room for a big game. Or I could delete one big game and replace it with another. But I'll miss that game that I deleted. This area. I still don't know how to get rid of those things. Reconnection successful. Are you still there? Hopefully you can hear me. It cut out for a moment there, but I'm back, hopefully. For some reason, OBS just told me it disconnected and then reconnected. Strange. Planner says that's referencing the Laser Collection by Dominic Fear on YouTube. Classic 2009 meme. Never heard of it, so it makes no sense to me. Jay says, how's your poker face whenever you play poker, FiveJay? Because I've heard in Casino Royale, with poker, you're not supposed to play your hand. You're supposed to play the person across from you. You never know what your tell is. I remember one time playing poker with somebody, and they told me that I had a tell. And I don't know how they knew exactly what it was, but I decided from that point on that I would play the game completely emotionless, and I wouldn't even look at the other players. All I would do is when it was my turn, I would look up, and I would play a card, or I would not play a card, and that was it. And at that point, I started doing a lot better, because apparently that had eliminated whatever tell that I had. So I'd say largely, I guess, poor poker face. At least that maybe that player was really good, but you know, whatever. But I was able to make it so that I was able to fool him. Didn't I just save here like 1 second ago? I've got a bad habit of doing this way too often. Oh, we lost Crag, didn't we? We don't have Crag here anymore. Rats. I was gonna ask him. I think I did ask him, and was he here at all tonight? I don't think he was. I think I just, like, attempted to talk to Crag, go with the Crag, but he wasn't there at all tonight, so just talking to ghosts, I guess. I see. We'll find our way down there. Whoa. Lots going on here. Oh, I don't think we have that yellow beam yet, or attack yet, or whatever it is. Oops, that is not a gun. No? Oh, I thought it was going to fall below me. I'm going to do that. Health, Eon, and some... Okay, yeah, ammo. I was going to say that it was Eon, but it was ammo. Guessing. Yeah. That's the new hotness right now. It's getting through to upgrades with your screw attack. Planner just says, hi, Jay. And Luigi Guy's here. What's up, Luigi Guy? Welcome, dude. And hi, Planner. There is one more upgrade that I'm sure we could get. Let's go for it. And a shield. Just run on through. Oh, actually, now. I remember now. I shouldn't be that confident. But we might be able to get through here. Get up there. Ah, I have to go the long way, and it's going to be a chore. Maybe we can do it. Maybe we can't. See how this goes. Well, get this out of here for one. Good. Get there easier. Yeah. Classic. Oh, super missile. How am I gonna... I see. They've angled it just right. It's going slow-mo, too. Gotcha. Really? Got it. Okay, I see what we're doing here. Got a planet next to it. There we go. Tricky, tricky. Up and around, please. Okay, oh, this is going to be a totally new part of the map, too. Excellent. Area 6. It still seems like there's a lot of places where there could be more maps, so this game is either still much longer than I think, or you just don't get as many areas as it looks like you could. FiveJay, if you could have one wish fulfilled in life, what would it be? Ooh, that's a tough one, man. That is a tough one. I mean, there's like selfish things you could ask for. There's like, you know, world peace type things you could ask for. I mean, it's sort of like cheating your way around the question, you know. I don't know if it's cheating, if it's a wish and you can say literally anything can be fulfilled. Like, you'd want to say something like, you know, there's no unhappiness ever again for anyone anywhere in the world. And there's no violence, there's no anything, you know, just like have the largest run-on sentence that benefits literally the entire planet. You know, and there's no hunger, and there's, you know, like... But I think when you just say, like, there's no more unhappiness in the world, I think that covers the gamut of things like, well, if there's war, then there's unhappiness. So there can't be war. And if there's hunger, then there's unhappiness. There can't be hunger. So, if I'm going with a non-selfish thing, then I'm probably going to say that there's no unhappiness in the world ever again. If I have to do something selfish, focused just, like, on me or things around me or my family... You know, I would say something along the lines of, you don't need money. Like, you can just, anything you want to be able to do, you can just do it, you know? Like, you don't have to be going to work anymore because you don't need money. You know, money is such a driving factor in our lives. It's the only way that we can support ourselves. So, you know, a lot of what we do revolves around making money, spending money, or trying to relax from what you've had to do to make money. Whereas in the past, the concern was, how do I eat? You know, I have to go out there and I have to kill things every day or I'm not going to eat, you know, as a hunter-gatherer. And as we slowly became better at, you know, making sure that we had food available all the time, farming and raising animals and that kind of stuff, and we turned into industrialization and jobs, and now suddenly the big stresses in life is I sit in my chair all day long, and now I have back problems. But part of the reason I sit in my chair all day long is because I work a computer job all day, you know? So, like, yeah, I think if there was no need for money anymore, just eliminate the need for money in my life, it would just make things much more enjoyable. You know, you could live your life with more freedom. Little buggers going. See, they're coming after me. I'll go slow motion because I just know these guys are coming after me. You can just see it, can't you? Jay says, is Planter a brand of peanuts? Planters. Planters. I could really go for some peanuts right now, FiveJay. Nice. Planter says, it's a bit of a long story on that one. On Blockland, a game I used to play for years, my name was Plant. My friends kept calling me Planter until I gave it up and changed my name to join in on the meme. Gotcha. Planter says, Jay, every time I fast forward to be live on the stream, it says it's offline. Yeah. I don't know what's going on there. Is it still going? I mean, you're hearing what I'm saying because you responded to something I just said recently, so you must be hearing me. I'm not sure what it's saying for you. Planner says, so basically you wish for no sin, Jay. I guess so. No unhappiness. I guess you're right. Basically, I'm wishing for heaven. I mean, that's basically it, right? Yeah, you're right. No sin. Jay says, I've made a lot of mistakes in my life. If I can go back and fix my mistakes, I would. But that's the thing, though. Like, you could do things differently. But you're never going to be without sin. You're never going to be able to not make any mistakes ever. You know, hopefully you're making less mistakes as you've learned and grown. But at the same time, if you didn't make some of those mistakes, at first, you might have made them later because you didn't learn that lesson, you know? The fact that you made that mistake once means that you could very well make that mistake again if the first opportunity was taken away just at a later date and time, you know? So, just reversing mistakes I don't think is enough. What I think a nice one, I think, is saying something along the lines of, you know, oh, I wish I had this family member with me still, you know, and that they weren't killed or living in pain or whatever it was, like, you know, maybe they died in a car accident, or maybe they had cancer or something, or whatever it is, you know, to say, you know, I wish they were still here and able to enjoy their life and not be afflicted with whatever. Like, that's a good one. IG says, I wish I would join too, John. Oh, oh no, sorry. I don't know where join came from. I wish I would too. So IG also wants to go back and fix mistakes in life. Clash says, what happened to the time travel when he ate beans? He passed gas. Oh my. Oh my. What if he future gassed, though? I mean, you said time traveler. You didn't necessarily say he went to the past or that he left his... Well, actually, now that I think of it, it could work both ways. Either he left his gas in the past when he went forward in time, or he passed gas in the past. I guess the only way that joke wouldn't work would be if the time traveler went to the future, held his gas until he got there, and released it there. Of course, you could then get super technical and say, as soon as something has happened, it is now in the past. So literally anything happens in the past. Now we're just really getting into it. We're just really getting into the technicalities here. Ooh, an upgrade and what feels like probably a boss fight. Yes, another big machine we're going to fight at some point here. Cool. Well, if we kind of explore the menu, let's see what upgrade we have left. We only have one upgrade left. And it might be something for your ball mode. Seems like it probably is something for ball mode. Let's see. What? Gotta go this way probably, huh? Up and around. Classic. There we go. Still, we're missing something. Some block in this wall must be. Yep, there it is. Good. Jay says, the weakest joke I've ever heard comes from this nursery rhyme joke. Why did the chicken cross the road? To get to the other side. Yeah, there was a lot. Remember, man, chicken crossing the road jokes were just everywhere once upon a time, right? Everywhere. Oh, man, I don't think there's a way for us to get through there right now. I don't think space jump helps us. No, definitely doesn't. None of this stuff really helps. This beam. Yeah, there's really no way I can get in there right now. That's a shame. Because you can't just, like, tough it out. It, like, actively chucks you out. Rats, I thought we were onto something. Let me do a scan. Is there any other way down there? No, there's no other way down there. Tragic. Well, it is what it is. I can't believe we don't have an ability to deal with these things yet. Incredible. Okay, and there's some sort of upgrade right here. What? On the map it's right there. Must have to go up and around. We might face a Metroid before we find it. I think we do. IG says, I was once a bully 23 years ago. I hurt so many lives at the age of 26, I've changed into a pacifist and in peace. Yeah, I think there are times when I probably bullied somebody too, which is sad because I had been bullied. So the fact that I had turned it around on somebody else is awful. So yeah, I hear ya. There was definitely decisions I would like to have changed in my life, but like I said, I think not having that experience doesn't mean that you won't make that mistake later. I don't know. Who knows? It's impossible to know. Am I facing that boss now? I think there's a chance I might actually be facing that boss. No. I gotta see all those little blocks filled in on my map here. We'll go back to that area there. I'm sure we'll have to go back this way. That room looks like a boss room, doesn't it? It just gives off that feeling. Okay. I'm ready. Jace is the stupid nursery rhyme song that's stuck in my head. Knick knack, paddywhack. Give the dog a bone. Yes. Classic. Oh, I actually should have toughed that one out. Come on, grab him. Pull him down. Oh, turn around, come on. Yes, and gone. Just like that. That's the one Metroid we need to get in this area. Ba-boom. There's still more exploration to be done. So am I facing this boss yet? Seems like it's possible. We are at 9 o'clock, so next time I come across a save point, I'm going to have to hit that and take off. But I don't know where the nearest one is, so we'll just kind of keep exploring for now. Ooh. Oh, what have we here? A missile, you say? I can do that. Energy tank acquired. Sweet! Nice. Well, that was a bonus. Man, there's more over that way? That's so impressive. Good. And I just feel so empowered in this game. It's not the hardest Metroid I've ever played, and that's kind of a good thing. Sometimes I get really lost in Metroid games for a while, but at least during this playthrough, I've never felt that way. There was one point where I thought I was lost, but then I just thought about it for a moment and I was like, wait a minute. I only need this one Metroid. There's this egg here, and there's no Metroid, but I'm noticing that my radar isn't going off at all. So clearly that Metroid is not here, so I wasn't as lost as I thought. I just had to think about it for one moment. So then I just followed my radar at that point, and then I found it, and we were done. We got through that stuck point pretty easily at that point. So, I don't mind this game. Seems to be a little bit on the easier side, because it just feels so satisfying to play. What's up there? It still seems like there's something up there. There's a little bit of a room I haven't reached yet. Is it just here? No. Aha! But how does one get there? How indeed, Batman. Perhaps from this side there will be a way. Oh, if there is, it is that very small area at the top. And that's what it is. Interesting. And it was a missile. Okay, we were able to get that. So what's over here, though? Nothing? Why is this here? What? There's a very hidden second exit from that area, but seemingly for no reason. Weird. I wonder why. Oh, there's a save area right here. So this is going to be the end of our playthrough for tonight. Oh, that's not a save area. Sorry. That's a energy recharge. Let's see what's going on down here. Oh boy. Here we go. Sweet. There's gotta be a save around here somewhere, doesn't there? I see, there is one below us. But we didn't finish exploring what's above us. Okay, well, nothing. Essentially, nothing. Oh, classic. Stepping on a bunch of little dudes. Recharge my health and then I'm out of here. Good. Alright, I'm saving this. I'm closing it. Checking the last chats. IG says, I hope those who I bullied 23 years ago forgive me. That's all I want is forgiveness. It's a really nice sentiment there. Yeah, I feel that way too about a lot of, you know, anytime I've made a mistake or hurt somebody, it's like, man, I wish I hadn't done that. And I hope it doesn't bug them still. I hope they've forgotten about me, right? I hope I was insignificant in the mistake that I'd made to these people. But you never know if that's true. J.E. says there was somebody on CNN or something who was complaining about the cans of cat food having the same amount of calories as a hamburger. Said if I don't feed my cats 4 times a day, they whine at me. Okay, so like they're basically feeding their cats hamburgers. I like that thought. At this point, you should just feed your cat a hamburger. Well, all right, guys, thanks so much for coming. I will catch you tomorrow for, I want to do at least 2 streams tomorrow. So hopefully I'll see you twice tomorrow. And, yeah, have a good night. See you then. Bye, guys.